what type of value are you adding to the marketplace? Money. We all strive to make money. We all strive to make a dollar bill, $20, $50, $100, $1,000, $10,000 a month. I'm just going on and on. But money makes the world go around. It is what helps us to live and to eat and do all these wonderful things that we do. As you may know already, money, dinero, is a byproduct of the value that you add to the marketplace. It's a byproduct of the value of the benefit that you add to the marketplace, to your client, your customer, the person that comes to you either for your product, for your service, and you, well, simply add value to that person's life. Whether it be cutting hair like myself, a lawyer, a doctor, we all add value. We all add value to the marketplace one way or another. Now we all obviously want to make cash. We want to make money. We want to have the skills to pay the bills. We want to make cash, and we want to be successful. We want to succeed in life, and we want to do all these things. But sometimes, as people, in trying to figure out what we want to do in our lives, we can get mixed up, we can get confused, we can get lost in just making the dollar and not really adding specific value or benefit to people's lives. And that's really what it comes down to in making money and being successful, is adding that value to people's lives. As a barber, as you may know already, we add value in so many ways to people's lives. And now I'm not saying that we all don't recognize it as barbers, that we do add value to people's lives. I do see a lot of people who know that they add value, whether it be through the haircut or through the multiple ways of the relationship that we build with the local community. There's a percentage of the barbering industry that's out there that really forgets the true value of what we do as barbers and what we provide to the community, to that person, to that young gentleman, to that adult, to that individual. Went on being a barber, I started to understand that it's not only the haircut that I'm that's benefiting my client or the person that's in my chair, but after a while, once you build a relationship with your clients, they become friends, they become family, of course, right? After a while, you begin to learn that it's more than just a haircut. Unknowingly, the client or the person sitting in your chair for the first time may not even realize that how much value they get from the haircut, from that half an hour or that sit in your chair, how much value they gain. And it's important that we recognize that as barbers, as people in the business world, as entrepreneurs, what kind of value we're really adding, and how we affect people's lives, whether it be through the advice that we give them, through the haircut that makes them just feel rejuvenated, feel refreshed, feel confident, feel ready to just conquer the day, conquer the world, and be ready for the work week. So keep in mind, my fellow barber, my fellow friend, keep in mind that it's not just the haircut, it's not just the sharp fade, it's not just the lining that is only benefiting the client. But recognize that being a barber is actually ministry. When I think of ministry, I think of church, I think of a pastor, I think of the church, I think of just that whole scene. And that's just what comes to my mind, my frame of reference is church, the Lord, things like that. But being a barber is actually so valuable. And once you recognize that, it's not just the haircut, but it's a ministry. You'll see that people sometimes, and recognize that some people actually not only come for the haircut, but they come for the friendship. They come because they like you, because they feel comfortable with you. And you begin to realize that they talk about so many things that's going on in their lives. Now, you may fail to realize, some people out there some barbers out there may fail to realize that these people are looking for more than just a haircut. They're looking for a valuable relationship. Now, they're not looking for most of the time for you to come over and hang out with them. Sometimes it may happen, but I know that most of the time they're really just looking for that professional yet close and intimate relationship with their barber. Now when I mean intimate, it's not, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, that kind of deal, but intimate as being friends, just being a friend. Maybe a brother, father, a cousin in a way, or just some type of value within the relationship, just some type of relationship that really adds value to their lives. You never know, the person that sits in your chair, they may have had a rough week, they may just went through a divorce, they may be in a very sad and depressed state, they may be in a happy state, they may be looking for advice. You don't know what that person is going through. So keep in mind, barber, that when they sit in your chair, it's not just about the haircut. It's just not about the $20 to $30 or $50, whatever amount you're making in the day or whatever per client. It's not just about that amount that you're making, but it goes far beyond that. And when you realize it's far beyond than just the $20 or the $30 that you're going to make on this haircut on this person, that's when you actually make 2 times as much, maybe even 3 times. You may ask me, well, how is that even possible? You know, how are you even making sense? Or does that even make sense? And that goes back to the topic, the title of this video is, what type of value are you adding? And when you add value, and when you understand what value is and what it is to the people that sit in your chair or that come into your business, you understand that it's just not about the dollar. It's just not about serving that sandwich or serving that haircut or selling a product, but it's really just about simply caring what's going on with that person, their needs, and meeting those needs, and being attentive to those needs, and really just looking out for that person and understanding them, listening to them, and giving an ear, listening, not just trying to sell them or hard sell them. For example, recently I went to a couple of dealerships, just looking at some cars and doing some window shopping, trying to get value on my trade-in on my car that I have now. Now one dealership was, I guess they were busy, had to go to the used car lot to see and test drive, and it was really just not very welcoming. They just kind of expected, I could feel the sense they just expected, they really didn't care, genuinely cared that I was in the dealership and that I was looking for a car and that I was interested. Now, the first impression really is most of the time a lasting impression, so keep that in mind. Now as the process went on, my experience at this dealership, the car wasn't what I was looking for. I mean, yeah, that's just a car, but to be welcomed is another thing. Displaying confidence and displaying that you just genuinely care. People feel that. People feel your vibes, whether it's negative or whether it's positive. So remain positive and remain confident. So my experience at that dealership wasn't so great, so I ended up going to a different dealership. And at this different dealership, the gentleman was very nice. At first I called and he was very nice, he was very welcoming. He wasn't hard selling, he wasn't trying to persuade me or get me to get this super fantastic deal or be all desperate and needy. Because remember, needy is obviously creepy. No one likes creepy people, no one likes needy people. So stay confident. Now, that phone call was a great first impression. After that, I went to the dealership and I met with the guy. His name was Robert, and we had a good time. It was really easy. I can tell he was a little nervous. I always get a little nervous when you're trying to sell a car. I've been in the sales before and I've sold cars, and I know what it's like. You want to make the sale. That's what you do. It's how you make the money. It's how you make your bonuses, things like that. But for the most part, the young man, the gentleman, I believe he was about my age, was very, very polite. He was nice. He was willing. He was caring. He wasn't hard selling. He wasn't trying to just crunch numbers and make a deal today and just be so needy and just, that's just a huge turnoff. If you're in the dealership and you're in the business world or whatever, you're trying to sell a product or a service, and you're trying to get people to buy your product or your service, stop being creepy, stop being needy. Don't be needy, be confident, please. It goes a long way. Be patient, it will come to you. The sale will come to you. Just to summarize that up, I had a great experience. It was a Honda Civic that I drove, the new one, 2018, and Very, very solid vehicle compared to the first car that I had drove. It was a Chevy Malibu with 12,000 miles on it, and it was okay. But that Honda, there's just something about Hondas that I really like, and I'm not, and really just, you know, I'm not trying to sponsor. I'm not sponsored by Honda in any way. But the car was just, it was superior. I could just feel the drive, the ride. It was just better. So I spoke to the salesman, and I spoke to the manager. He came out. The manager came out very polite, very confident, very smooth, and very patient. And now, just to summarize it up, I didn't buy a car that night, but I was this close to buying a car that night because, you know, experienced problems with my vehicle myself, and I'm just like, man, wow, they're not hard selling me. They're giving me great value for my trade-in, and they're just displaying so much confidence. They just knew that the product they had and what they were doing, they knew what they had, and they knew that, you know, I'm not going to get really probably a better deal anywhere else. Overall, my experience was better at the second dealership. Just to summarize this up, add value to your client, the one that sits in the chair, the one that comes into your business. Show them that you care, be genuine. That's not just a number. When people step into your business, whether it's a barbershop, dealership, whatever it may be that you're running, an ice cream shop, just show that you care. Be passionate and show that you care, whether it's the flavor of ice cream that you're trying to help them decide, or it's the type of haircut that they're trying to get, or the type of car. Now, just be confident, add value, care. Now, it's very simple what I'm saying, but it's very important that you recognize, to my fellow barber especially, recognize that you need to add value to this person, and you need to care and show that you care. Be genuine, and trust me, that one client will have a great experience, and they'll force and bring all their friends with and tell them about their great experience, because that's what we do. When we have a great experience or a bad one, we let people know. So make it a great experience, guys. Remember and ask yourself and think about it. What type of value are you adding to the market? So like, subscribe, and until next time.